her to
first look, and then
Luis will be 3 or 4 minutes and then we can switch
Jackie's
it off.
on here for 4 hours.
I asked to see a social worker for shelter, and they sent me back here.
Yeah, she'll come in to see you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're on the board.
So I don't need to see a doctor. I've already seen one. I was here yesterday. They sent me down to a shelter that's full.
Okay, but, yeah. Well, it's just that, and when you come to the emergency room, you usually have to see one of our providers. He'll just talk to you, and then they call in a social worker.
I don't need to see a doctor. That's okay. I've already seen a doctor. There's no reason for me to see another doctor. I just need to see the social worker. I came here yesterday from the airport, and they sent me to a shelter they say is full. I don't wish to see the doctor. I just wish to see the social
but in
worker.
order for you to see a social worker, our doctor's here. This is his area, so he'll just talk to you, and then the social worker he'll call.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Hey, Mr. Brian, too.
Yeah, hi.
How you doing? I'm Dr. Acharya.
How do you know my name?
Look, it's out on the computer. We see all the patients' names. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to see a social worker. I don't need to see a doctor again.
Okay, yeah,
I was
sure.
here yesterday, yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I just got a policy I just have to ask you. So I know you're looking for some housing options, right? And then I think they were trying to get you to see TRS yesterday, but it was full. Is that right?
It's not full. I just left there. There's empty units.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Is that someplace you're interested in then, potentially?
Obviously, if I went there, I'm interested.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
so, yeah.
Okay, where did you stay last night?
I was at the tent, the drop-in center here.
Oh, okay. So they did let you stay there?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, and otherwise you're feeling okay?
And
same-
the social work, yeah, I'm fine. The social, as good as I can be, I'm injured. The social worker said that the social worker up here, the social worker down there said the social worker up here deliberately told me wrong, giving me quote-unquote misinformation.
Okay, I'm not sure about that.
Well, misinformation is deliberate. Information that's deliberately wrong. That's the definition of misinformation.
Sure.
All right.
What was the information that was wrong that they said? So I can try to
He
get
says
to
that
this.
it's full, that they're not full. She says that it's full. It's not full. I was there. I don't need all this drama. I just need a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me call. We have a different social worker here today, Jeanette. She's been here like a couple of years, so she knows the policies pretty well. Let me give her a call,
Thank you.
and then we'll see what we can do here. Okay.
Thank you. By the way, it's not full. I just left there. I spent the night in one of the empty units.
Okay.
And there are many other empty units.
Got it. Okay.
I counted 5,
Huh.
but there are probably more. Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jeanette. I'm a social worker here. Good morning.
Yeah, I was here yesterday. The social worker sent me down to the shelter, said they had space available and would help me. Went down there. They did have space available. They still do. I counted 5 units. I spent the night in one of them. This morning, the social worker down there said there's no space available. I have to go. There is space available, but in any event, she said that.
Let me clarify that for you so you understand what's going on. There are these things called tiny shelters, which is like the walls and a little bit of a structure.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That is what we count when we count space. So that's the program. Is those shelters is a program. When we say they're at capacity and they don't have space, that's because all of those are full. That's the program, those tiny shelters. Now,
Yeah, I counted 5 that were not full.
of those tiny shelters,
Yeah.
the big structures?
Yeah.
Okay. And now there's a drop-in tent, which are like a camping pop-up tent. That's just very emergency. That's not the program. That's just a quick one night in a camping tent. Those they do have.
No, I wasn't in any tent. I was in one of the buildings.
One of those little shelters?
Yeah.
Okay. So the social worker last night spoke correctly based on what our chief told us from that program, which is.
Maybe you could get in touch with the social worker down there so I could know what the.
Yeah. I can try that.
That might be a good idea,
absolutely.
yeah.
So last we heard, which was yesterday morning, they were at capacity. So maybe they had some people leave and there are some openings now.
Why would you send me there if they're at capacity? And why would I be able to stay there if they're at capacity? And why would there be 5 empty shelters still there if they're at capacity? They're not at capacity, or else I couldn't have spent the night there, could I?
In the big in the
Right.
tiny shelter.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just logical conclusion, there's space available, or I wouldn't have been able to have a space available. Right.
So we were told there was no space. When you went, there was, and now there's a referral process to get in. So it's just a quick paperwork that I have to submit. So you cannot be in the program until I submit that paperwork. So I'll go ahead and do that today. First, I'm going to reach out to them, make sure they have space. Once they tell me that they do, I'll put in that referral.
So I'd like to
Just
just sit
reply.
outside then? I don't want to sit in there.
Yeah, they just require a COVID test and chest X-ray.
I just took it
photo of what
yesterday.
you have.
I just took it.
Sir, just calm down. I'm trying to help you. Just, sir, I'm trying to help you.
Ma'am, you have no idea what I've been through. Okay, yeah, so there's no reason to send me back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back. I've been all over the world, back and forth.
Okay,
I just
so
came from New York yesterday.
all I know
Okay.
is here right now and how I can help you.
Yeah, so, okay, so I tell you what, I just gotta go and sit outside and
Go
wait.
ahead, sir. Sounds
Thank
good.
you very much. No, she just sent me outside to wait in the lobby.
Go right here, right here.
Was because of that scan that you had, they saw something a little bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Grab something to drink.